If you're a pro, it's always best to arrive early, and today I'm super early, so I thought I'd do something that a bunch of you have been asking for recently while this guy annoys me and let you know what's in my bag, but the full works. So let's check it out. This is my Calumet roller case, which only comes out on big events where I need a whole bunch of gear. I've got a secure place to store it, and I just want everything close to hand. And when I say everything, I mean literally everything. And in this case, the job that we're looking at is a very large ball in a formal place. There's going to be a backdrop setup as well. I do have an assistant coming along to help, which is absolutely fantastic, but I've also got my own backdrop kit as well, so there's extra gear in here to deal with this. Normally when I shoot a wedding or an event with my usual reportage documentary style, I just use a shoulder bag or maybe a backpack left in the car, and everything is basically on me with my backups in the car. But in this case, I've got the luxury of bringing a wheelie case in and having the lot, plus with jumping on documentary and backdrop studio sort of formal stuff, it's kind of necessary. So, you know, let's just get into this. It's not going to be super well organized. Hopefully you get something out of it. So yeah. Now, I appreciate this is all very random. I'm just going to open stuff up and you'll see I've got loads of space, but I'm not using it all. In here, I've thrown in, well, I've got a bunch of flyers. So if anyone wants to know, I've got stuff to hand out for them. If it's an event with formals, it's good to have something a little bit more specific, but it is what it is. I've got my battery charger, in this case, the charger for the flash. Sometimes I leave other chargers in there. That's really an absolute backup. Almost never need to touch it, frankly. So if we flip this open, I've got a section here which I've just got some. Now, I know some of you don't want to know this, but somebody moaned last time I did it. I've got some lip balm, don't want to be caught out. I've got an Allen key. Now this insert comes completely out and can fit in a backpack that I've got, which I do often, actually more often than taking the full case. This case does expand out. You could probably fit way more in the other pockets. Now we've got pockets here too. I've got antihistamines just in case. There seems to be another lip balm in there, paracetamol, and there's some business cards knocking about too. This is very random, I know. In here we seem to have Canon batteries. We've got a USB W126 charger, so for charging the Fuji batteries on the go, just in case. But as you see, I've got spares upon spares upon spares, which we'll get to in here. In this pocket back here, we've got Canon USB charger, couple of Duracells. We've got the USB-C for the X-T3. Frankly, this could be better organised. I've got a carrier bag just in case stuff starts to get a bit hairy with the weather, but this thing is pretty weatherproof for me. Over here, we've got another USB cable, this time to charge the T2, and I seem to have put my other USB-C in here as well. I've got my Peak Design strap, pad and pen. I've got my X1T trigger, only carrying this because of the backdrop setup. I've got a USB, mini USB there, I always get the names wrong. I've got a clip. I just brought some extra clips in just in case I needed to pop up my B-roll camera. If I wanted to do anything for the channel, for example, I might throw up a camera, which I had in here, which was my Canon G7X2, which I'm shooting with now. So I put that in there. It's dead compact, and I was going to just clip that up. I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to bothering with that, but just in case, I had space, so why not? I've got a whole load of AA's ready cells, which I find very, very useful. These are nice, and this is really just backup for the trigger more than anything. The trigger seems to last quite a long time, but you never know. And I just bring all the batteries that are in that pack instead of messing about. Let's try and get that lot back in there. Does There's definitely a better way of organising this, but hey ho, I know what I'm doing. Now we're going to deal with the camera section in a moment. Here I've got one of my Peak Design capture clips. There's another one knocking about somewhere as well. The other one is actually on this belt system that I use. So it's a belt from B-Grip system that I used to use, which was sort of a precursor Italian version of, let's say, the Peak Design clips. So on that belt I'll have a flash gun. Now this is the same when I'm just doing documentary work. The flash gun V862F. There's also another V862F in here in its original pouch. This is in a Nikon pouch purely because it's got the belt loop, so I can put it on there. And with this I will also have this bad boy. Let me show you. Now this is I think a Sigma lens case, but I've got a load of Fuji batteries in there, absolute load. But I'm finding with my T2 and my T3, I'm getting roughly 690 shots, mixed use, minor chimping, let's just say. But always good to have backups, and as I've got space, I take them all. We've got a good old lens cloth in there. We've got numerous fast SD cards, just in case. We've got the good old trusty bit of tape, accompanied by a 35mm 1.4. Am I going fast enough for you yet? So all that will sit on the belt, which will go on Mr. Brown. Let's try and get that back in sensibly. Right, that's in there. And then we've got the cameras. Now, on this job, I've brought along the Canon 80D with the 50mm 1.8, purely because I'm thinking if I get chance, I'm going to get some stills shots with the 50-1.8 for an upcoming video. Not sure, but it's there anyway. That camera doesn't normally come out with me at all. It's got a plate on the bottom. That'll be changed for a Peak Design one in this instance. And in this pocket we have X-T3 with the 18mm attached with the L brackets from, what did we say it was, First to Savvy? That's on there, and that's good to go. Peak Design there. The plate will go on the bottom maybe towards the end of the night when I switch to just putting my Fujis both on the belts, but this will have a strap because I just like it that way. The other one, X-T2 with the 60 2.4. Can you see I'm using the original Trio? This thing is super sharp, and I'm bringing it especially because it'll be nice in the studio backdrop setup. And I do like the extra reach over the 56. It's a bit hit and miss with the autofocus speed, but I get the shot. It's nice. The 90mm may replace it. Two cameras to work with, the third lens, a 35 1.4 to swap over with, backup, which on this shoot is going to be the Canon 80D purely because I want to get some stills out of it, but sometimes I put a little Fuji in there as well, but not had any problems with it. It's good to have backups. I mean, two bodies goes a long way. Of course, I like to have a wide and a telly on the other. It would be cool to have another little body with the 35 on and just flipping them around. They're that small and light. You could have two on your belt and one in the hand and you're good to go. What else is there to say, really? Chargers, batteries galore, straps, belts, clips, cameras, lenses, spare batteries, spare cards, lens cloth, business cards, flyers. This whole thing, as I say, comes out. Now I am going to put this under lock and key just in case. So I've got a couple of systems for that. I've got one of my trusty TSA locks that I use when I travel. Just another simple bike chain there as well with a lock on it as well. They're just two extra steps in security. Nothing is flawless. Always be careful where you leave your gear. But something this big and solid, what more can you say, really? Now, there is another bag which has light stands, tripod, monopod, just in case I get a bit tired and I want to just use the monopod around and about, I've got that packed as well. Pressure sprayer for the backdrop cloth, which I've also got, but James is going to bring along a paper roll, which will be much better, and there may well be a setup at the event already there that will roll with. I've had a chat on the phone with the chap, and sounds like he's got something set up that may well work. So always listen to what the client has to say, unless it's going to be a massive obstacle to you getting the quality of work that you need. But a friendly, smart and open manner is a lot better than saying, no, I'm the artist, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's probably not going to get you any more work, really, is it? As we said at the start, on a typical shoot, I'll only take, say, the 2 bodies, leave a body in the car. All the stuff that goes on the belt, that'll come with me. I'll only usually take 1 flash. The flash normally only comes out when the dancing is going on, generally. Although lately, I'm not going to be so snobby about flash, because if you know how to use your flash, then it's not, you shouldn't be snobby. You can really add to the image if you use flash properly. Bounce flash, for example. You don't need to go off camera. You can if you want. All personal preferences. It's just about getting a nice, fun image or beautiful image, capturing the ambient light, capturing the subject, and not having any ghastly shadows going on in the background, as I've seen certain apparently decades-long pros with. Let's just not go into it. That's what's in my bag for this job, which is a big event, a ball, backdrop setup, documentary as well. I forgot to mention something. It's back there as well, but I've also got a bunch of protein bars. I've got a grenade shake, possibly not the best choice to take to the MOD. Basically, make sure that you're going to be watered and fed throughout the night. If you have to take your own, just take stuff. Make sure, drink water throughout the night. If you're a pro, this is all basic stuff, but I'm sure many of you watching are trying to get some ideas. And basically, this is just an opportunity for us to share some fresh ideas, some old ideas. No single way is the best. So let us know what you think in the comments below. More cool stuff to come, and I guess I better get on with this job then soon.